Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So tonight I want to talk about a value system and how it's important to us as human beings. And I'm going to use my sort of 5 core values as examples, just because there's so many values to choose from. So my 5 core are joy, peace, compassion, creativity, and authenticity. And they almost all relate back to joy. That's my overreaching number 1 value. But they are all, while they're all interlinked in a lot of ways, they're also all very separate. So why do I think that having a value system is important? I think it's important because it helps define who we are. It helps let other people know who we are. It helps people understand what's important to us. It's a benchmark for us when we're out in the world. You know, one of the reasons that I know that I have to work on compassion is the fact that I am in a state of fearfulness rather than compassion when I walk past somebody who's having a hard time, because I don't really know how to help them. And I've grown up as a helper for so many years that is still my go-to when I see somebody who is in dire need and I don't know how to help them. And so I become fearful of saying the wrong thing or of setting them off, and really all I need to do is say hello, maybe offer them a cup of coffee. It's something that I'm consciously working on anyway. And I think that if it's a standard that we hold ourselves to, that we need to check in with it often, right? We need to really, if these are the values that we hold near and dear, we need to act in a certain way. And it's like a muscle, right? The more you use it, the more it becomes a natural part of you, and the more doesn't feel forced, and the more it's just becomes who you are, and people identify that, and they know how to approach you, or they know that they want to be friends with you, or they don't want to be friends with you. Maybe they don't align in that same way. So it's a really good benchmark, both for ourselves and for the people around us. And when you have a true sense of who you are, it really helps boost your confidence. It really helps you be able to stand your ground in a way that is dignified and sure, and you don't have to say anything necessarily. I'm not saying that you have to go out and boast to the world or make somebody else small. Nothing like that. It's just, you just have this inner, it's almost like part of your core, and you can just feel it. You just know. And so it gives you this confidence to be able to go, into the world and be who you are. And there's a lot to be said for that. And there's a lot to be said for that in some ways, because it also, as I mentioned earlier, is a way that people are attracted or detracted from you. And so if you want to make more friends, then, if they know who you are and what you're like, and that they're not getting some sort of a facsimile of you or something, then it's just a marker. It's a marker for them as well as for yourself. And you know what's important to you, and so you can also look for other people who share similar values, or values that other things that you value that may not even be part of your top 5, but you sort of know. You just sort of know with people. There's something that's attracting you to them, and and that could be in a relationship, but it could also be in a friendship. It could be in a business sense, like you just get a sense that somebody is being straightforward, and they are who they say they are, and they mean what they say they mean, and all that kind of stuff. So having this value system is kind of like a guidance beaker, and it helps us stay on track, and it helps others navigate the pathway with us. And that's what I'm using for the day. Have a great one, everyone.